Aries, thanks for visiting, and if you like this reading, please like or subscribe. As I always say, leave a comment if you'd like to, and everything is ready. I'm going to get straight on with your reading for lovely Aries people. The first card you have for your past is the Ace of Cups. So this is a beautiful, emotional, spiritual card. It can be happy or sad, but it's a very, very highly emotional card. I'm seeing spirituality here, actually. This is inner spirituality. You could have been going through some internal changes or something like that, spiritual changes, that kind of thing. It was obvious to you, I'm seeing inside you, that you were changing. You felt very different at this time. You were having a lot of ups and downs, but this felt different. It wasn't like the usual ups and downs. That's what I'm seeing. It might not have been obvious to the people around you. They probably noticed some small changes, but maybe not enough to actually comment on or say anything about or anything like that. I'm seeing you were getting stronger spiritually, a lot stronger spiritually and a lot stronger emotionally as well. You were going through a process, and I think this process will probably last you for a while, probably, maybe even to the end of the year. It's a long, long process that you're going to be going through, and this is the start of it, or this was the start of this process. And at this time, I'm seeing maybe this could have been bringing up a lot of past memories and past feelings. Sometimes they were good, sometimes they weren't. Sometimes we can have these triggers of a memory that bring back feelings that aren't good. Yes, this can be about people from our past, all sorts of things like that, and they can seem to be random, but actually when you're going through this spiritual process, they're hitting you at the right time. You need to feel these things at the right time. You need to confront whatever feelings you have at that time, and kind of learn from those feelings. So yes, maybe you felt like you weren't ready to face them. Nobody wants to face these bad feelings, of course not. And yes, it didn't feel great, that's what I'm seeing. But this was leading to a greater purpose. You had to kind of face these things and confront them to get to the end goal. Yes, your emotions were really out of balance, or they felt out of balance. They weren't really. This was heading to a greater purpose. But you did feel a bit out of balance at this time, not quite yourself. This is different to a normal feeling out of balance, because I know you've had these ups and downs a lot. This felt very, very different, and it's because you're going through this spiritual growth. That's what I'm seeing. These are growing pains. These are just spiritual growing pains, and you'll grow up from them, and you'll grow and you'll evolve from them. That's what I'm seeing, but it will take time. The next card you have for your past is the World. So yes, obviously this is about success. This could be work success, career success, things like that. Yeah, obviously this is very positive, and I'm seeing that. I'm actually seeing some successes bringing other successes, so it was like a kind of a domino effect, that kind of thing. And yes, you're building up to this success at this time. It took you a while to build up to this success, and you finally got to this kind of level of success. And as you're building up to this, you're actually learning a lot about yourself, and you're still going through the spiritual kind of journey inside yourself. I know that sounds cheesy and cringy, but yes, that's what I could think of, spiritual journey. So you're going through that inside yourself, and then with this World card, you are learning things outside of yourself. So you're learning things about other people, learning about their behavior, their motivations. This knowledge that you are learning, both this internal knowledge and this external knowledge, so this spiritual knowledge and this external knowledge about people around you. Sorry, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm trying to kind of articulate what I'm seeing. Yes, you'll have this forever. Once you've learned this and mastered this and gone through this process, you will have this knowledge forever. You cannot unlearn this once you've learned this. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, if you look at this woman, she's floating in the middle of this wreath in this card. At the top and the bottom of this wreath, you can see the top one. I'll move that so you can see the bottom one. There's a kind of red ribbon at the top and the bottom, and they make an infinity symbol. Both of those are infinity symbols. So yes, this is showing you'll have this knowledge forever and ever. Once you get through this process, you will have this feeling of peace, inner peace, and you'll have this feeling of outer knowledge. That's a very powerful combination of things, and you're learning this, you're getting through this, and yes, you're going to have ups and downs, you're going to have growing pains as you go through this. That's what you're experiencing at this time. And also you're going to have amazing freedom when you get to the end of this process. Look at this woman, she's floating around in the clouds. Fantastic freedom. I'd like to be floating up in the clouds, but I'm not, I'm sitting here. But yes, you'll have this amazing, fantastic freedom when you finally get through this process. So this was a fantastic start, getting you through this. The last card you have, I'll just move that up so you can see, the last card you have for your past is the Empress. So yes, this is about someone wanting to take care of you, someone wanting to do things to help you, nurture you, all of that kind of thing. I'm seeing you had a lot of female energy around you at this time. There are probably a lot of women around you. Maybe they were physically around you, but not necessarily. They might have been calling you, texting you, talking to you in some way. You might have been reading something that some women have written. Might have been a book, might be something online, I don't know. But there was a woman's influence, a lot of women influencing you at this time. I'm still seeing with this Empress, I know this Empress looks very settled and beautiful, and that nothing can faze her, and she looks very calm and everything like that, and she is. But I'm still seeing fluctuating moods in this card, ups and downs, because you are still going through this process at this time. And yes, you're growing internally because of these ups and downs, this flow, this backwards and forwards, positive and negative kind of thing you're going through, happy to sad, all of that kind of thing. And that's a very feminine energy as well, fluctuating moods, all of that kind of thing. And I'm also seeing this moodiness, these ups and downs, because I'm looking at these pearls around this beautiful Empress's neck. She has a tiny row of pearls around her neck. Beautiful. That's a very feminine jewel, a pearl. And if you think about pearls, and then you think about where they come from, oysters. Oysters open and close depending on where the moon is. So when the moon's bright, the oysters actually open, and then when the moon goes away again, or it's dark, well, when the moon gets dark, they close, they start closing again. And they actually sense the ocean or the water as well around them. They're actually very sensitive to the water around them. So you were very sensitive, your emotions were very sensitive, and you had this opening and closing, this up and down kind of emotion going on. And that's what I was seeing when I was looking at these pearls around her neck. And yes, you could have been a little bit sensitive at this time as well. So yes, I was going to say something else, but I've forgotten, but I'll keep going. The first card you have, your present, is Judgment. So yes, I'm seeing this card literally, actually. You're judging someone at this time. I'm also seeing repetition. So there could have been something that this person was doing, and you kind of maybe you let it go, and then they did it again, and then they did it again. So this time might be the final straw for you. This is like, it might not be an enormous thing. Maybe it wasn't an enormous thing to them, it wasn't a big thing to them, but it was a big thing to you. So it wasn't something that you're very, very upset about, but it was enough to kind of make you judge them and not be happy with them. And yes, I'm seeing this repetition over and over again, because I'm looking at this card and you can see this group of people in the front, and they are reflected in the back. So there's a reflection, there's kind of a reflection of those people. So repetition. So I'm seeing that they came back again, and they kept on doing the same thing again and again and again. And at this time, you were just fed up. It was like, that's it, I can't stand this anymore, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. And you were judging them very harshly, but fairly, I think, fairly. But yes, the judgment is final. If you look at a judge, it's like the judge's decision is final. This judgment was final. Judgment is always final. There's no going backwards. And I'm not seeing you forgiving this person for whatever this final thing is that they've done. It's like the final straw. They've done this final thing. I can never forgive them again. That's what I'm getting from this card. I'm getting a very, very strong feeling around this, actually. So this person might have had a few excuses, and I'm also seeing there was some shady behaviour going on from them. It might have been something that wasn't very honest coming from them. But there's no hiding what they're doing. If you're going to be shady, you can't hide it in the Judgment card. Everyone's naked. They're exposed. You cannot hide. And yes, you'll probably move on from this person, but I'm seeing that, yes, you'll move on from this person, but if you're Aries, you'll probably blast them as well before you move on. The next card you have for your present is the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm seeing a few things with this card. I'm seeing, yes, this might sound strange, but I'm seeing luxury. I'm seeing luxury in this card, or material things in this card. This could be due to the success I was seeing in the wild card. Your success might have brought you some money and some material things or something like that. And I'm also seeing this person who you could be walking away from, this person in the Judgment card. They actually do care about you, even though you're really angry with them. They actually do really care about you deep down. They're just not like you. I'm seeing them being completely different to you. They're not truthful. They don't have this great importance. They don't see importance in truth. Now, usually if you've got someone dishonest, you might think, well, I can't trust them. But sometimes people don't mind a little bit of dishonesty. It might just be something like, a white lie, or telling you a little thing, or saying, oh, I was late because I wasn't feeling well, and maybe that's not true. It might be a small thing like that. Now, to them, that's nothing, but to you, honesty is extremely important, extremely. And, nobody can be 100% honest all the time. Nobody is. We're all human. But you're very, very serious about whatever this particular thing was. So it might not be that, I know you really think honesty is important, but it might be more than that. It might be that whatever this thing was something very important to you, and it was something that nobody should lie about. It might be something like that. So yes, you're very serious about this, and they do still care about you, I'm seeing, but they might not realise how important their honesty is to you, or how important this subject is to you. They probably didn't, or they probably don't. The last card you have, your present, is the Six of Pentacles. So yes, there's an imbalance. There's an imbalance between you and this person, or there was. If you're not talking to them anymore, you might not be talking to them anymore. Yes, you might have already walked away from this person. I'm not seeing whether you have or you haven't, but I'm seeing you probably will at some stage. And yes, this person hasn't been working to understand you. They haven't been working to understand you. That's why they don't understand how important honesty is to you. Now, you've been working very hard to understand this person. They haven't done the same for you. So that's this imbalance in this relationship. And I think, they've just done this one too many times. One too many times. There's a scale in this card as well, and it's imbalanced, and it's probably swaying up and down. So they might have come toward you one time, done this thing, and you think, oh, and then they've done it again, and you think, oh, and then this is the third time. This is the third time the scales have swung back, and you've just said, no, I'm not putting up with this anymore. The other thing I'm seeing with this card is that someone might be being very generous towards you at this time. This is a different person. This isn't this dishonest person. This is another person. Yes, this could be a friend. I'm not seeing them around you for some reason at this time. They might have been in the past. Maybe this gift came through someone else. Maybe someone told you of a gift that you might receive. It might be something like that. But I am seeing luxury as well around this gift. So I'm seeing luxury in the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm seeing luxury around this gift as well in the Six of Pentacles. The first card you have in future is the Page of Pentacles. So yes, this person knows, or they're going to know at this time in your future, that you're angry with them. They're going to know that. They know you're judging them. They know you don't like their behaviour. They know you don't like that they were dishonest or whatever they did. But they're still going to try to fix things. They're a bit arrogant, actually. They think they can come back and you'll be fine with it. They want to try and make things better, or they're going to want to at this time. And they're still not going to have a clear understanding of how you feel and why you feel so differently to the way they feel. If you look at this page, he's looking up to this coin and he knows what he wants. So this person wants to come back and try and fix things with you, but he doesn't have a proper hold on it. He doesn't have a proper grasp of this coin. So this person doesn't have a grasp. They're not grasping, or they're not understanding your point of view properly, or even you. They just don't understand how important this is to you. So they might be trying to tell you, or they might be trying to show you that they want to get back together again, or fix things, or mend whatever happened. But if they're not prepared to understand you properly, do they truly want to try again properly? If someone wants to come back together with you, or make amends with you, or make up to you, they should truly make an effort to understand you. Otherwise, they're not making up to you. They're making up to whatever it is they have in their mind to kind of make things better for them. If they truly want to make things up to you and, be better with you and have a better relationship with you, they should make an effort to understand you and understand why you were so upset and understand why this was a problem for you. But I'm not seeing this is what they're doing. So yes, I'm not getting a good feeling around this. I don't think this person truly understands you at all. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have in future is the Ten of Wands. So yes, you're just not going to need the stress of this person. You have a lot of things going on, but even if you didn't have anything going on, who needs the stress of this kind of person who isn't honest? They come back, they mess you around, they do the same thing again, they're even a bit arrogant, they don't care about what you think. You just don't need this stress. This is an extra burden you don't need. So I'm seeing that no matter what you say to them, they're just not going to understand you. And not only that, I'm seeing that they probably don't want to understand you, which is even worse. It's even worse. If someone doesn't understand you, it's one thing. But if they don't understand you but they want to, and they want to make an effort to, that's another thing. But if they don't even want to make the effort, that's even worse. And that's what I'm seeing this person's like. Also, if they're dishonest, it might be that, they just want things to be back the way they were. And if that's the case, and they don't want to actually get to know or understand why you were so upset over this, they're not going to. There's no point in doing that. There's no point in going backwards with this person. That's what I'm seeing. You don't need it. It's a great big burden. That's what I'm seeing. I'm also seeing that, you're Aries. You can't be manipulated like that. You cannot. Once you've made up your mind, you've made up your mind. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have for your future is the Tower. You knew this, you knew this connection wasn't built on any strong foundations. That's what the Tower is. It was built on shaky foundations. It was built on someone who wasn't honest and someone who didn't want to know you properly. That's not a strong foundation. So I'm seeing that, yes, you realise that, you know that, and deep down they know that too. And they're going to know this at this time. They know that they're just trying you. That's what I'm seeing. And yes, you're going to be doing the right thing if you walk away from them. And you are going to walk away from them. But, you're Aries, and look at the Tower. This is what happens. Before you walk away from someone, you are probably going to give them a great big lightning blast, like the Tower. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, you might not. You might walk off. But yes, look at that. What can I say? So Aries, I hope this resonated. But as you know, general readings can't always resonate with every single person in the whole wide world. And, they can be reversed as well sometimes. I don't often say that, but I try to say that when I can, because people can be a bit confused. They can sometimes say, oh, that resonated, but it was backwards. It was them that was doing it. So sometimes they can be reversed. And if you're not sure what I mean, ask me in the comments and I'll explain that to you further. But yes, again, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a comment if you would like to. Thank you so much for watching.